Hi guys, I'm Jesse at Strobepro.com, and today I'm really excited to show you the brand new Flex LED panels from Strobepro. These are 150 watts, some of the brightest in the industry, bi-color, so they'll adjust all the way from 300 degrees all the way up to 5600. They're wireless, they work off Bluetooth. You can flex them basically into any shape you want, tape them to a wall, put them in a car, on a ceiling, or mount them on these X-frames, which we'll show you in a minute. We have two sizes, the 2 foot by 2 foot right here, and we've got the 1 foot by 4 foot strip. So these have different uses depending on what you're trying to achieve. So something like the strip is awesome if you're trying to do rim lighting, for example, or you want to underlight a car or something long. The awesome thing is that these work fantastic for both video and photo because of their power. The 2x2 is great for portrait or lighting up a room as well. So you've really got a lot of versatility in these things. Let me show you what they're all about. Let's get into this and see what's inside the bag. So each kit is going to come with the same things. The only difference is going to be the actual LED itself, but the accessories are going to be basically the same. So we're going to have our bracket adapter, our power adapter, our control box. We've got another Velcro clip to hold on, power cable, remote control, and then in this tube is the actual light itself. Okay guys, we're going to light our Flex square panel here, and we're going to put this on a light stand. So you're going to want this small brown box, and inside you're going to find this bracket. It's a fully metal bracket, really strong design. You don't have to worry about this bending or breaking. This will take all the weight that you can throw at it. The way we put that onto the stand, and this will fit any standard light stand, especially from Strobepro. So just drop that over the spigot, tighten that down, and we just want to have this one backed off as well. Get the screw out of there so we can put our other bracket inside. Perfect. Now, what we're going to need is in our tube here, and what's in our tube is our actual 2 foot by 2 foot light. So we've also got this piece, which we're going to need, which is our X-frame bracket. This is really easy to put together because it's fully assembled already. Basically, all we're doing, bend these pieces out, just like that. Got 4 of them. And then we've got a spigot attached here as well. So I'm just going to do this from the side so you can actually see it. Back to that screw that we backed out. Just put that straight in there. Once it's all the way in, we're just going to tighten that down again. Nice thing about this handle as well, just to show you, once you loosen it off, you can lock it back in. But if this was in the way, for example, say our handle was hitting this, we can just pull out, adjust the handle, and then it's out of the way for you. So the exciting part of the whole kit is right in here, and that is our 2x2 Flex panel. This thing is awesome. It is big for what else is on the market. 150 watts, it's also one of the most powerful that you can buy right now. So we've got some grommets up on the top corners here. And the nice thing about these grommets is they're going to fit directly onto our frame. So if we bring that over here, we're just going to put that grommet through the hook. Then we're going to come to the other side here. And you can just kind of bend it over, put it on the hook. I'll do the back corner and then we'll show you the front as well. It's back corner. And then this one as well. And you can put a little bit of tension on those rods. It's not going to hurt them. So with that done, we've got this fully assembled, and I'm tilted there a little bit. I can adjust the top spigot there, and we're fully mounted. The next thing we need to do is connect our light to a power source, and luckily we have 2 options that are included with this. So number 1 is going to be a battery option, although the batteries are sold separately, or we have the AC adapter where we can just plug it into the wall and run it continuously that way. So the first thing that we're going to need is in this larger brown box, and this is the control unit. So this is kind of the brains of the whole light. So it regulates the power, our color temperature, everything as well. So we've got the dials up there, which we'll show you shortly. And then we have the V-mount adapter there. We've got our AC power source on the bottom. So let's connect the battery option right now. And to do that, all we're going to need is our cable from the actual light itself. And on this cable, you're going to see a little notch that's cut out here. And that little notch, we'll move the antennas out of the way there. That little notch goes with the release. So just point it towards the release, push straight down. The other great thing about this is it's a solid metal connection. These being plugged in and taken out all the time, if they're plastic, they tend to warp and break after a number of uses. This is going to stay put, so you don't have to worry about that. So at Strobepro, we have two battery options that work perfectly with our flex LEDs. We have the VB95 and the VB190. The difference being the number of watt hours that you're going to get from both. Obviously that one's a little thicker, and these are sold separately, but these are your ultimate portable option for the flex panel. So to install that, it's really quite simple. This is why they call it a V-mount battery, because it's got the V-notch at the back and the V-notch on the actual control unit. And we're just going to line that up, push it down, it's going to lock, and then basically we can just power up from there. Really easy. To remove it, we've got the release over here. We just push that in and slide back up. So it's really quite simple. And if we're using V-mount, then there's nothing else we need to do to power this up. Simply turn on the power and we're fully powered. But before we go into all those features, let me just show you exactly how to plug in the AC adapter. So if we want to plug in the AC adapter, that's going to be in the white box here. And it's very simple to do as well. So essentially we have a power brick here, and we've got another connection, and this connection is going to go into the bottom of our control unit. So before I do that, I just wanted to actually show you this piece here. This is a retaining hook. So if you are running battery or this AC adapter, it's really easy. All you're going to do is just hang this on your stand somewhere, or we have like J hooks and stuff that you can purchase if you wanted to have that on there separately. So it just gives you a spot to hang that, which is kind of nice. And if you're using the AC adapter, we actually provide you with another option to hang this, which is this Velcro V-mount hook. And to do this, essentially, it just slides into where your V-mount battery would normally go. Slides in, locks, and then we can wrap this around a stand or wherever you want to put that. So that's a nice option to have there as well. But for this, all we're going to do, in the bottom, just like before, we've got our release, and just line that release up to the notch on the bottom. So once it's lined up, push it straight in, again, fully metal, so you don't have to worry about that. And then the AC adapter itself comes with this big long extension cord. We're going to plug that end into the AC, and then obviously the other end into the wall. And then we're ready to go on AC power. Okay guys, we've got the battery attached on the back here, so now I can hold the power button to turn this on. And we've got two main dials. So we've got our brightness over here, and then our color temperature here. So I'm just going to set this, say 5600, but it will go, top end is 56 and it'll go down to 33. So let's just set it, actually I'll set it at 54 here. And then our brightness, you just spin the dial, it'll go from 10% all the way to an eye-blinding 100% there. And you can see the diodes, it automatically mixes it when you want the color temperature to adjust. I'm going to turn that back down so I can actually see what I'm doing here. And we've got our group channel button. So this can be controlled two ways. We've got Bluetooth enabled in our control pack. So you can download the app and control it from your phone through Bluetooth. Or there's an added controller which is included here. It's the same one on all of our other LED lights. So they are compatible to work together. So you can mix and match them that way on anything that uses the LR Pro controller. Basically, all you need to do for that controller is set a group. So we'll set the channel first. If you push it once, adjust the top dial from channel 1 all the way up to channel 16. You're just going to pick one of them. Once it's set, just hit the group channel button again. Now the group is going to be flashing, and we can pick any group that we want. So we set that, and then essentially all we're going to be doing is matching the exact same thing on the controller. First of all, I'm going to turn the power on, and this controller uses 2 AAA batteries. So once I turn that on, I know that I am not on the right channel because before we set that to channel 7, so I need to go to channel 7 here. And I have the channel group button up on the top right, and I'm going to push it once. That controls the group. I push it again, that controls the channel. And just use the plus minus buttons down here to go to number 7, and then I'm just going to hit set. Now, if I didn't happen to be on the correct group, I could change it by just pushing that group and then using the plus minus buttons again, and each group will save the settings in there as well. So I'll hit the set button and lock that in. Now, if I use the up and down or the plus and minus, that's going to get brighter or dimmer. So if I go all the way up to an eye blinding 100% here, I can also change color temperature by hitting the middle set button, and I can bring that warmer or cool it off or do whatever I want there. So it's really quite easy to use, and I can hit the set button again to lock it in. And we'll just bring that way back down. And if I hold it, it's going to go a lot faster as well. So there you have it. Super easy to set up the controller to use this remotely. Okay guys, we've got the 1x4 to assemble now. And just like the 2x2, it's pretty similar. The only thing you're going to notice different is this bracket that I'm holding and the actual light itself, obviously the shape. But as far as the control unit, the AC adapter, the remote, all of that stuff stays the exact same. So what we're going to do now is just put this bracket into position here. And we do it the same way. Just fold these out and they'll lock into position just like this. Then we're going to take our actual X-frame, and I've already pre-put this bracket that's included onto the light stand. So we'll just put that in horizontally again. You could put it vertically if you needed to. And then we've got our light itself. And you'll notice that this is folded in half with the LEDs facing down and then rolled. That's the way you want to store it when you're packing it back up. But here is our 1x4 strip. And it assembles just a little bit differently. So you've got these little pockets actually that are a bit different than the grommets on the 2x2, but it's really easy as well. Just put them over the metal rod there and then do the same thing back here. And I'm just putting a little bit of flex on that rod. And then we've got our last one. And again, just a little bit of flex on there, and then it'll go into position. So that's pretty easy. We can again balance this out, make it straight, and just bring the light stand around there. And it connects to the control unit the exact same way. So again, just like I showed you on the other one, line up the notch, push it straight in, and then we can power this guy on just the same as we did the other one. Okay, I just wanted to show you a couple of the really cool things you can do with the FlexMat LED. Because these things, again, they run completely cool, so you don't have to worry about temperature issues like you do on other lights. And these are so flat. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I can do. Say I wanted to take like a product shot of, this is a V-mount battery charger here. I mean, we can wrap light around it. I can go over top, you know, do different angles and stuff. And again, this is only on minimum power right here. So it's really easy to bring more light into that as well. Another cool thing you can do, because these are so light, even the big ones, you can get some gaff tape, which we also sell at Strobepro, or just any gaff tape will work, as long as it's not going to leave a residue. Just throw some gaff tape on the corners, and you can do stuff like stick it to the front of a table, or on a wall, or in a car on the roof. It's really easy to do like that. And you can put these in so many different shapes too, right? So I could roll this thing up, you know, and have a different look and just gaff tape it together like that. So really you're not limited to what you can do with these. This is the strip one, which obviously is a little bit longer, but you can also do some really cool stuff with this guy, the 2x2. So what we do sometimes is stack two of these together if we need a big panel. So on the top or bottom, just throw a super clamp on there, and that's going to allow you to get an entire light bank on one stand. So just again, super versatile, some fun things you can experiment with at home with these lights. Okay guys, so you've seen the flex lights, both the 1x4 and the 2x2. You've seen how we assemble them, how we control them, and hopefully you've seen what a versatile light this can be. The awesome thing about LED, and especially these, is obviously they're cool to the touch. They're completely silent, so you're not having any fan noise or anything. And they're super thin. So literally you can tape these onto a wall with gaffer tape and put them in situations where normal LED lights just can't go. And because these are so powerful at 150 watts, some of the brightest in the industry, you can really light up a variety of situations. So shooting f8 is possible on photo, and video possibilities are really kind of limitless there to the different effects and stuff that you can do with these. So be sure to check these out. We do have a softbox kit that is sold separately, and there's a separate video on that, so you can check that out, and as well the Bluetooth video on how to connect these to your phone. So until next time, I'm Jesse at Strobepro.com.